Puan Hanin and her husband has a child who is still a baby. She never failed to give full of affection and love towards her child. She always feeds her baby, and also she will make sure she buys every needs and necessities for her baby. Until a very one fine day, Puan Hanin caught her husband cheating behind her with another woman. This incident has led the dissolution of marriage between both of them.
So hi to Anas. Now I'm currently getting divorced with my husband. My husband actually, I caught him cheated behind me, and then I wanted a divorce. But then I am fighting my custody for my son. Since I am the one who birthed and raised my child alone, do you think that I got a high chances to get the custody of my son?
Oh, I see. Well, firstly, I would like to say that I'm sorry for your condition, and regarding for your answer, I think it's, for me to answer it, for a mother to gain a custody over the child, mainly the child that they have been keeping from the youngster. I think it's not a common case in Malaysia, because nowadays there are so many cases whereby the husband, mainly in a marriage, acting cheating on behalf of the wife. This itself becomes a point for the court to grant the mother basically right of custody. Not only that, the mothers is when you as a mother, you have spent money, you have spent time to keep the well-being of your child. It's a thing that the court will consider in giving the custody. And for me, and if you ask me personally, if for example, when a husband has a bad behavior and will affect the children, the court will see that as a major factor which they will not give the custody over the father. And when the mother is the one who has been keeping the good well-being of the child, is a big factor for the court to consider. So yes, if I want to answer your question, you do have a custody over the child.
Subsequently, Puan Hanin decided to tell her stories to the social media by doing live on TikTok. In that live, she gets full of support and attention from the netizen, as the netizen think that Puan Hanin deserves to get the custody rights. This is Amira Irdina, or known as Ami. She is a podcast host, and she is trying to find a new content for her upcoming episode of podcast. This is the time when she found out about the case of custody between Puan Hanin and her husband. Therefore, she called Puan Hanin and invited her to come to her podcast as a guest.
Hello? Who is this?
Hello? Is this Puan Hanin Sumaya? Hi, my name is Ami. And I found your case on Malaysia TV regarding the court awarded your ex-husband for the custody instead of you as the mother. We wanted to talk more about this. Do you mind to appear in our podcast as a guest? Okay. Later I'll email you the details. Okay, thank you.
Breaking news. A custody dispute involving a divorced non-Muslim couple has gone viral across Malaysian social media. The netizens are outraged because the court likely awarded the custody to the father despite the mother being the caregiver. Has the loss failed mothers, or is there something more behind the headline? Tonight, we separate viral outrage from the legal reality. Welcome to This with Cik Mak, where we analyse controversial cases behind the headlines. Joining us today is the mother of the viral custody case, along with two legal experts.
I'm the one who gave birth to my child. But then, after the divorce, the court granted the custody to my ex-husband. For me, it is quite unfair. And later, I uploaded my video regarding this matter, and even the netizen also supported me to get the custody. It feels like the system ignored me as a mother.
Many netizens agree with you, but let's ask, what does the law actually says?
Let's first recorrect the headline. Actually, Malaysian law does not favour mothers or fathers, because under Section 88 of Law Reform Act 1976, the court must prioritise the best interests of a child. And also, this is reinforced by Section 11 of Guardianship of Infants Act 1961, where we can conclude that custody decisions are not punishment, but it is the protection for the child.
But what about the so-called mother's right that everyone is talking about?
I believe that's a common misunderstanding. In the law, there is a presumption under Section 83 Clause 3 of the LRA that young children are better with the mother, but this presumption is rebuttable. In the case of Sharmini Nai and Narendran, the court rejected the mother's custody claim because her decision would disrupt the child's stability. This actually shows that courts look beyond emotions and focus on continuity, environment and safety of the child.
So the court didn't punish me, but it was for protecting my child.
Exactly, Puan Hanin. Even though you could give love and affection better than your husband, he is actually at the better side of providing your child's welfare, as you are a full-time housewife without a permanent job.
This is where fake news becomes dangerous. Netizens often thinks that custody is a battle between the parties, and legally the child is the center of this issue. However, in United Nations Conventions on the Rights of the Child (UNCRC), often described as the rights of a child, which is their mental stability, physical well-being, and their voice must be respected. Another information is that in Article 7 of UNCRC mentioned that every child has the right to be cared by both of his or her parents, and this right begins at his birth, and the biological link between these two, parents and child, is important. Another one is in Article 9 of the UNCRC, which mentioned that in cases of separation between the parents, the child should maintain the relations with their both of parents even outside the household.
The next takeaway, not every shocking headline reflects legal injustice. Custody isn't about winning, it's about protecting our child's future. So, before we share outrage online, make sure we ask what the law actually say. This has been
Team Cik Mat.